up, what's double negative here become?
Positive.
Positive, so what do we have on top?
2.
2. What is negative 1 and negative 3?
Negative 4.
Negative 4, so what does that reduce
1,
to?
2 over negative half. Negative half.
Negative 1 over 2. You have to reduce your fraction.
What you said.
Okay? Okay, so negative 1/2. Okay, alright, I want you to go ahead and try B on your own. Okay, try B on your own. Subtract your y's, subtract your x's. B on your own. Alright, does anybody want to try to set it up and see if they got it right? The setup right? Okay, Ashley, what do you think?
I did y2 minus y1.
Okay, so tell me what you did. What's your numbers?
Negative 3 minus negative 3 over 5 minus negative 1.
Okay, so she actually followed the exact formula. Okay, so she said y2, negative 3, minus, so minus negative 3. And then she said 5x2 minus negative 1. Now, if you were a person who didn't do that and you said, I'm just going to do my first one, you still get 3 minus negative 3 on top because it's the same numbers. And then it would be negative 1 minus 6. You'll end up with the same answer either way if you do your math right. Okay? Yep.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, 5. Thank you. Okay? So now, up on the blue one here, what do you get on top?
Negative 6.
Well, be careful. What happens with double negative?
0.
So what is negative 3 plus 3?
0.
0. Okay? You guys gotta know double
Wait, you
negatives.
didn't do that in the last one though.
Yes, I did.
You did?
Double
Oh.
negative. Really? Really? I've always done that. I've done that since you've known me. Alright. Now, what about on the bottom
Bless you.
here?
Negative
You're right. You're gonna get 6 because that's gonna become a plus, right? So what is 0 divided by 6?
0.
0. That can be done. Okay? You can take no candy and divide it among 6 people. You get no candy. Alright? Okay, so now, like I said, on the bottom, if you did it the other way, you're still going to get a 0 on the top, but you get a negative 6 on bottom. It isn't going to matter because 0 divided by negative 6 is still 0. Okay? Alright, I want you to go ahead and try C now on your own. Try C. Let's see what you come up with it. Make sure you reduce. Y's on top. Y's on top. You put your X's on top, not your Y's. Does that make sense? So you flip-flop them. All right, Nyasia, can you tell me how you set this up? What did you do?
9 minus 7 over negative 3 minus 5.
Okay, let's just stop there. That looks pretty good to me. Guys, Y's have got to be on top. You will miss every single one of these problems if you don't do that. All right, so she said 9 minus 7. Again, Y's on top, right? 9 minus 7, and then she started with this 9, so she's going to start with the negative 3. Negative 3 minus 5. Is everybody okay with that? All right, so what's 9 minus 7? 2. Negative 3, negative 5?
Negative 8.
Negative 8. Now what does that reduce to?
Negative 1.
Negative 1/4. And that's your answer. Okay, that's the slope of your line. Yes, John?
What if you did it with 7 minus 9 on the top and 5 plus
It's,
5?
you still get this one. You'll get paid.
Okay, so on the, when you do that, So set up like
Cause you
that,
got
right?
a -2.
Right, -2 and 8, it does not matter where I put that negative, as long as I've got it there in the okay? So remember, negatives doesn't matter, front, top, bottom, as long as you got one there somewhere, okay? Alright. Okay, let's drop down real quick, we're gonna look at 5, and we're gonna come back up to 4 here in a second, okay? So on 5, it says in 2000 there were approximately 75 students in the Cathedral High School Band. In 2016, that number increased to 105. Find the annual rate of change. So what am I thinking here when I see rate of change?
Find the difference.
Okay, stays still slope, right? But what's the difference between slope and rate of change? Decimal, and then it's going to probably include a label. Okay, that's the only difference. Okay, so now in 2000 there were 75 students. Okay, this is a coordinate point. Time goes where?
2015.
Time goes where? X or Y?
X.
X. Time is always X. Alright? So I don't care if they said there were 75 students in 2000. I don't care if they put that backwards. You always will put your time out front. Okay? So I'm going to write my 2 coordinate points. In 2000, I knew that there were 75 students. Okay? What do we know about 2016?
105 students.
Okay, there are 105. Very good. Okay? So what will my slope look like here when I set up for slope? What will that look like? Link, what do you think? Okay.
Can you do the formula with
Okay, Link?
You know, 75 minus like 105,
Okay.
then below that 2000 divided by 2016.
About minus 2016.
Minus, I don't know what's that.
Very good. Okay. So he just said, he just took the y's, right? 75 minus 105, 2000 minus 2016. Is it okay if you put the 105 and 2016 up front? Yes. Okay, so what is 75 minus 105? Negative 30. 2000 minus 2016.
-16.
Negative 16. All right, so let's divide this on your calculator. What is 30 divided by 16? 30 divided by 16.
1.875. So 1.9.
Yeah, I'll take anything right around there. Okay? So this is the exact answer. So now what does this mean? 1.875 what? Students, annual, or students per year, okay? So let's think about this for a second. So we're going to go ahead and put our label, students per year. So if I'm asking you to kind of explain in a sentence what is going on here, what's actually going on?
Next one increase per year.
That's what, say that again?
That's how many increase per year.
That's how much we're increasing per year. So on average, we're going up about 1.9 students a year. Now obviously we're not going to go up 0.9 of a student, all right? That would be a little tricky, okay? But so 1 year you get 1 year you get 2, maybe 1 year you get nobody, and then all of a sudden you get 3 more. You know what I mean? Like, so you're going up, but it's about 1.9 a year, okay? All right. Let's go back up real quick and look at 4 now, okay? Now on 4, this is the same type of thing. You're still just setting up slope. The difference is now we're going to have a variable involved, okay? So you're still setting up slope. So let's start with just this first part here. How do I set this up into the slope formula? Okay, John, what do you got?
First you do 6 minus r.
Oh, you're killing me.
X1.
What goes on top? X's or Y's?
Oh, I'm sorry. Y.
So try that again. What are you gonna put?
8 minus -2.
Okay, and then on bottom?
And then on bottom is 6 minus r.
There we go. Put your Y's on top, right? So 8 minus -2. If you start with the 8, then we start with the 6. Okay? Now the difference here, though, is we're not finding slope because they give it to us, don't they? So we know that this is going to be equal to our slope. Now I want you to put your slope in a fraction form because it's going to make it easier to solve. Okay, so how would I put 1 as a fraction? Yeah, it's 1 over 1. Okay? Now before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and clean this up. Okay? So if I look at the top here, 8 minus -2. What do we get there? 10. Now I'm going to go ahead and leave the 6 minus r on the bottom. And I'm going to leave the 1 over 1 because I can't clean anything else up. Now, does anybody remember how we solve a fraction equaling a fraction? How do we solve that?
So can you cancel out 10?
No, can't cancel.
Multiply.
Cross multiply. So remember, we're going to take 10 times 1 and get 10. Right? And then we're going to cross multiply here.